I'm Darcy Madigan. If you are new here, this is exactly how I've generated 4 million views across Facebook and Instagram in one single month. And look, before I start, this is not luck, and I have been creating content for a while, I'd say about 6 to 8 months consistently before I got these results. This is not going to happen overnight. And again, this is not luck. So, first of all, I'm going to take you back to when I was a beginner in content creation, right? I was told to focus on quantity over quality, right? Which, that's correct. It is good. Focus on getting the volume out there in the beginning and, worry about the quality for later on, because in the beginning, your videos are going to be shit. Have a look at these. These are my first few videos, right? Look at this, bro. I got blonde hair, look like a dickhead. They're all shit videos, shit reach, but the one mistake that I made while I was making these exact videos was that I was focusing on getting the quantity out there, getting the volume out there, but I wasn't focusing on quality, right? Which is not to contradict what I've just said, but what you should do is focus on getting the quantity out there, and this is the mistake that I made. Focus on getting the quantity out there, but with the intention to make it 1% better every single day, right? And this is exactly what I did to hit 1 million views on one Instagram video, right? And the exact same. So in this video here, 3 million views almost, 5K views off on this one Facebook video, right? And this one single video alone generated like something stupid, like 3.68 million views total just across Instagram and Facebook from the one video in 1 month. Anyway, we'll get back to that shortly. So these videos, right, if you have a look at these videos here, I'm posting every day with the intention to make it 1% better every single day, right? So what I mean by that is, have a look at this, right? These are some good examples of how to tell if a post is doing well, right? And 9 times out of 10, well, basically 100% of the time, the main focus needs to be on the hook. The first 2 to 3 seconds of your video, 2 to 3, my bad, that needs to be so engaging that it hooks the viewer in to watch. Because another thing that's important in the algorithm in 2025, and probably was in 2024 too, but the average watch time, all right? That is a key factor nowadays, average watch time, how long people are spending watching your video, right? So let's look at these good examples, right? First of all, this is my video that hit 1 million views, this one over here. Look at the ratio from non-followers to followers, right? 99.9% of the people that viewed this video were non-followers. That is good. That is what you want to see, because you want to be reaching new eyes and new audience, right? And then, all right, let's have a look at this video. See this line? These lines right here? They're probably not the best examples, but they're my 2 most recent videos, right? So this line, it's going up, right? And that's how you can tell instantly within the first like 24 hours if the video is doing well or if it's not, right? That and the watch time. Look out for the average watch time, because those are the key factors to a video going viral nowadays, right? If people are sticking around to watch, that's what's gonna make it viral, all right? And I'll explain deeper why and how that works a little bit further ahead in the video. But anyway, let's have a look at this bad example, right? So this is a reel that did shit, right? Less than 500 views, absolutely flopped. And I'm gonna show you guys what to look for and why this is a bad example, all right? So look at the follower to non-follower ratio, right? 52% non-followers, 48% followers. So majority of the audience that this is hitting is by my following, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you want to reach new eyes and reach a new audience, you want to be getting that non-followers ratio up to as high as possible. So this is 99.9% of non-followers, and only 0.1% of the viewers were followers. That is what you want if you want to be reaching new eyes in your audience and your content. Another key factor, remember what I said about this line? Look at this line, it is not going up. It's gone up for a little bit for the first like few minutes maybe, and then it's just, that's not what you want. That is a bad sign. That is an example of a bad reel. That is not what you want to see, all right? Another thing, average watch time, 6 seconds. This video, I know which video it was. It went for about maybe almost a minute long. So the video is almost a minute long, and that means the average viewer is only spending 6 seconds on this video. That is not good. That is not what you want to see. Anyway, let's go back to this, right? So, all right, the Loom recording just cut me off. That scared the fuck out of me, I'm not gonna lie. But before I continue, what I wanna go back to and show you guys is the fact that both of my accounts on Facebook and Instagram have 2,000 followers. Well, Instagram has 2,000 followers, a little bit over. Facebook, 1.5k followers, right? So you do not need a large following already to get views like this, right? And this Facebook account, I grew from absolute zero, had a few viral videos and generated 1.5k followers in probably 2 months or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but something like that, right? And there's the views right there. So 3.2 million views in a month on Facebook, right? 824,000 views on Instagram in a month. This is in the exact same month. Anyway, back to where I left off. So improving each video 1% every single day, just a little bit better, 1%. So this video, right, got less than 1,000 views. The next video, I used what worked from that. So at the time, I probably wasn't getting nearly 1,000 views. See most of these videos over here. Let me have a look. Oh, some of them are doing all right, but you know, the average was probably around 700 views per video, something like that. So this was like decent, right? 900 views. It's not too bad. So I'm like, okay, what worked well with this video? Let's use that for the next video that I make. And that's what we did. Next one got 2.6k views. And yeah, basically the biggest thing is, or the main reason why I'm saying to push out the volume, but with the intention to make the next one better, is because, yeah, but going back to the mistake that I said I made, the biggest mistake I made was pushing out the volume without trying to make the next ones better, right? And the problem with that was I wasn't looking at the data, I wasn't looking at what was working and what wasn't, and that's what you should be doing. Once I started doing that, fucking 4 million views in a month. But anyway, use the data that Instagram literally gives you. This is in the insights. Anyone can access this, and it literally tells you everything about the video basically and why it's not performing and why it is. Anyway, that's what I mean by using, so that's what I mean by getting the volume out there and then using that data for your next 10, seeing what's working and then use that for your next 10 videos, right? Because let's say you post 10 videos and you don't look at the data, you just post another 10 without having a look and seeing what's working and seeing what's not. You're probably going to make the exact same mistake and those next 10 are going to be shit, and again and again and again. But if you use that data that Instagram gives you to make the next 10 better, even if it's just 1% better, use the things that went well with that video and use that to make the next ones better, all right? That is exactly what I'm showing you right now. So the next one, almost 6k views, bang, bang. This one sparked a bit of tension within the trade. So sparking tension is key to going viral. Sometimes depends, being like saying something controversial can definitely make a video go viral, but by sparking tension I also mean causing an emotion, right? So when your video causes an emotion for the viewer, that is what's going to make it go viral, whether that be happiness, sad, anger, whatever it may be. Causing an emotion, that's a key factor. Another thing being, if the video is shareable, likable, and rewatchable, right? Because watch time is important, like I mentioned before. If the video is likable, shareable, rewatchable, if it's watchable in the first place, and then not just that, but if it causes an emotion for the viewer, right? Anyway, we keep going. Next video got 10k views, bang bang. This was on like New Year's Eve. I remember saying like, this was a bit of a controversial statement, saying that going to a party or a festival on New Year's Eve is probably the worst way you could start off your new year, right? And probably pissed a lot of people off, all the party goers and whatnot, having a sook in the comments. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Another one, 13.5k views. Using all of this time, I'm using what's working well from these previous videos to make the next one better. Having a look deeply why it's performing well and using that to make the next one even better, right? Next video, using what worked from that, fucking 690k views from one video on Instagram, right? And this one, I'm going to tell you exactly why this went viral, because this is the video that went viral on Facebook and Instagram and generated almost 4 million views from the one video in 1 month, right? And then another one, 1.1 million views on this video. And look, let me show you one key factor why these two videos hooked people in, right? These two videos, right? Exactly why this hooked people in and made people sit around and watch it, is two things, right? One of them being controversial statement in the actual video, right? People are scrolling, they see something. It's one of the reasons being is Australia. I'm targeting Australia, so people in Australia are going to stop, be like, oh fuck, what's this about, you know? Another thing, maturing is realizing that $42 an hour is not worth it in Australia. That is going to piss a lot of people off. Obviously, that is a controversial statement. Exactly the same with this next one. Apprenticeships in Australia are the real scam. Everyone in Australia is seeing this and gonna think, what the fuck is this guy talking about? They're gonna get angry, right? Because whether they're in the trade, they're passionate about that, or whether people are working in a warehouse and they're saying, oh, it's not a scam, it's not a scam. It is worth it, rah, rah, rah. You know, people get angry and spam the comments, bro. Like, it's actually insane. And this is another key factor to why these videos went viral, right? Because people were angry in the comments, right? And some people might see that as a bad thing, but honestly, it boosted the shit out of my post and got a hell of an engagement, got a lot of engagement, and the engagement boosts the post, right? So I'll dive deeper into that when I explain the caption. So I'm going to break down the caption of this one video that hit 1 million views on Instagram and why it performed so well, basically, right? So let's have a look at these insights. Do you remember what I said about the ratio, okay? Bang, bang, that's it there. So this is interactions, right? 99.4% of the interactions were from non-followers. That is a large percentage. 12,000 likes, 746 comments, right? Comments boosts your post. Any engagement, a like, imagine it like a tier list, right? If a like was like 1 point, a comment would be 2 points, a share is 3 points, save 4 points, and then a rewatch, I think, is 5 points. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? But comments are huge. If you can get a lot of comments on your post, your videos will perform, right? So how I did that, actually no, before I dive into that, 433 followers from this one reel that went viral and hit 1 million views on Instagram, right? And I have 2K followers. I had less than 2K followers at the time this video was posted, actually. Anyway, let's dive in and talk about why this caption made the video perform, okay? I'll break this down in depth, okay? Because I know exactly why. I can tell you exactly why this video performed, and it's because of what I've just listed, but the caption is so important. So remember what I said about that point system, right? 1 like being 1 point, 1 comment being 2 points, 1 share being 3 points, 1 save being 4, and a rewatch is 5, all right? Because the watch time is so important, right? So this video is 6 seconds long. The average watch time, I don't think I've put it in here, but the average watch time was like 11 seconds. Maybe it's here. Hold on. Yeah, look, video is 6 seconds. I don't have it in here, but the average watch time was about 11 seconds. So that means almost every viewer rewatched the video. And let me tell you why. I've sparked some tension, said some controversial statements, and people are angry, spamming the comments, right? Spamming the comment section, getting so angry. People are arguing with each other in the comment section saying, this guy's right, this guy's wrong, you're an idiot. People are just going back and forth, arguing in my comment section, right? Not only is this boosting the shit out of my post because there's a lot of engagement, but secondly, when people are commenting in this post, in the comments of this post, that video just keeps playing. That video just keeps playing on their screen, and they're just racking up the rewatches and racking up the average watch time of this video. So while people are getting mad at each other, arguing in the comments about the stupidest shit ever, this post just is racking up the engagement, racking up the average watch time, and that is exactly why it's going viral. Secondly, the caption is pretty long. The caption is pretty large, right? That's a fair bit of words there. Not only did it spark tension and cause an emotion, but the long caption making people sit around there and read this. While people are sitting here reading the caption, they are still watching this post. That reel is still playing in the background, and that's what's racking up the average watch time, because the caption is so long that people are sitting there reading the whole thing, and that's making the watch time larger because the reel is just replaying while they're reading the caption. But not only that, but they're arguing in the comments. While they're arguing in the comments, the reel is also still playing and still rolling. So that is why, if you have I want to see if it has it, right? Sometimes it says the amount of time people have watched the video for. Look at this. Watch time, 1 hour. I don't think that's a total. Oh no, that's the wrong video. Here. Watch time, 72 days, bro. In total, of all of the viewers that watched this video, the total amount of time that people spent, all added up, watching this video, 72 days and 20 hours. That is just absolutely bonkers, bro. And anyway, let's go back to this caption. So I'm not gonna read it all out because it's a lot of writing, but saying something negative about apprentices, this is obviously controversial and it's made to make people angry and comment in the comments, right? Comment hate, right? I knew this before I made the post, you know? I knew all of this. Ain't no way apprentices really be out there slaving in all weather conditions only to be paid less than a McDonald's worker. Obviously that's gonna piss people off, right? Especially people in the trade. And you know what else? Apprenticeships in Australia. So it's directly targeting an Australian audience of tradies. And obviously they're not going to be happy about that. I basically just go on about saying how, you know, apprenticeships aren't going to get you anywhere unless you plan on working beneath someone else for the rest of your life, building their dreams, and then just going on talking about that. And towards the end, you'll notice something huge that contributed to one of the engagements, right? At the end, I say, follow along after everything I've just said, talking shit about the trade and talking a little bit about what I'm doing now. Look at this, right? Follow along to see the real reason why I quit my apprenticeship. Put my at the bottom of the caption. So a lot of people who resonate with this and relate with this and want to see my story, why I left my apprenticeship, they are gonna follow along. And that simple call to action at the end of this caption, because if people read this whole caption, even if it's a small percentage, I still got 430 followers from that one reel, simply from adding that call to action. Follow along if you want to see XYZ. Let me show you this video on Facebook, right? So my Facebook is connected to my Instagram account. Every reel that I post on Instagram also gets automatically uploaded to Facebook, right? And this video, right, it did 691,000 views on Instagram as a reel. And because it auto uploaded to Facebook, 2,995,000 views, basically inches off of 3 million views. I could have waited to make this video until it hit 3 million views, but I don't really care. It's adding up to be 4 million in a month. Well, all of my views added up is 4 million in a month. This is almost 4 million in a month from the one video. And let me dive deep in to exactly why this also went viral. It is very similar to what I just showed you. Maturing is realizing $42 an hour isn't worth it in Australia. Bang, Australia. Everyone in Australia that works in a warehouse is stopping to watch this video because they're seeing something that relates to them and they're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Bang, he's in Australia too. People who have experienced this exact same work. I used to work in a warehouse, throwing boxes onto conveyor belts, driving around on a forklift, all of that shit, right? People that have worked in these trucks, loading those boxes onto conveyor belts, loading those boxes from the conveyor belts into the trucks, into the containers, they can relate and they are going to stop scrolling because they're like, what the fuck, that's literally what I do for work. It interests them straight away in the hook, right? Average watch time, 10 seconds on Instagram. This video is again like 6 seconds long, I'm pretty sure. On Facebook, no, it's 5 seconds long, this video. Look at the average watch time, 11 seconds. So most of the audience, well, that's the average, majority of the audience rewatched the video. Not only has it played the whole way through and they've rewatched it just for a little bit, they've rewatched the video the whole time, the second time, and a little bit more because the video is 5 seconds long and the average watch time is 11 seconds. And let me show you again exactly why that happened, right? First of all, another long caption, right? This one isn't as long as the other one, but it's still sparking tension in the beginning of the caption as well as in the video itself. So people see that. If people see that in the video and they get pissed off already or they feel some sort of emotion, right? They're going to read the caption because they relate to it so much and they're like, they stop scrolling and they're hooked in, they want to know more, right? And they read the caption. The caption is pretty similar to the previous post that got 1 million views on Instagram. I used what went well with that video. Basically, summed it down or shortened it down into what I've made here in a different context in a warehouse, right? Basically use what worked well for that, implemented it into this video to generate more views, right? That is the biggest takeaway you should take away from this video. I just said takeaway twice, I don't really care. The key factor that, I don't even know. The biggest thing that you should take away from this video is implementing what you learn from your previous videos that perform well. And just keep using that data to make the next one even better, right? Anyway, just talking shit about warehouse jobs. I used to work in a warehouse, so I feel the pain. I know what it's like, brain dead, repetitive, boring work, you know? And just talking about breaking your back, never getting a pay rise, because in a warehouse, there is little to no room for improvement and growth in a warehouse. Like most times, nine times out of 10, you get your full-time wage and you're never getting a pay rise. So that is exactly why I left the warehouse ASAP, because I knew it wasn't an industry I wanted to be in for long term. Just get quick, easy money and get out. But a lot of people do get sucked into that. But anyway, that is not what I'm here to talk about. That is for another video, okay? Back to it. Just talking about deep down, I knew I was made for more, you know. Then talking about, I have a flight booked to another state, leaving my warehouse job for good to focus on this online business. And this is the key factor at the bottom of the video, right? So on the last one, I said to follow along if you want to see my journey. This one, I didn't even say to follow along, right? I said, in 2025, do you still think working in a warehouse is worth it for $40 an hour? A lot of people are going to disagree with that statement, and that is exactly why. If you have a look right here, 1.6 thousand comments on this post. And on Instagram, okay, I didn't see it. I don't know how many on Instagram, but 1.6, actually, you know what? I think it's more. Yeah, 1.8 almost, 1.787 comments on this one post. I had a look at the comments. I didn't even read them because there was so many, and this video blew up like very quickly. But a lot of it, which was so funny, is so many people just arguing back and forth at each other in this comment section. And the exact same thing happens. These people are just wasting their time commenting, arguing with strangers in my comment section. And not only is that boosting the post, but the video is just replaying in the background while they're just sitting there in the comment section arguing with strangers for days. Like there was one comment thread that had like almost 200 replies to one single comment of people just arguing back and forth. You're wrong, this guy's an idiot. It's so stupid, and it's just boosting your post even more and more and more. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go to the real insights here. Oh yeah, here we go. Instagram, it got another 428 comments. So same thing again. And then if we have a look at this ratio, that tells you everything. 99.7% non-followers. So there's a large percentage of that audience that were non-followers watching this video, consuming that, which is good for new eyes and new reach. And I still got 121 follows from this video without even saying follow along, right? Which maybe if I did, I would have gained more. It's hard to tell, but at the same time, I put something in the caption that would make people comment on the post, asking what their thoughts are. And then that created tension in the comments, created arguments in the comments, and that's exactly why the video went viral. So that is just crazy. Almost 4 million views from one video across 2 platforms. Like the fact that it almost hit 3 mil on Facebook is insane. That's the most views I've got on a video. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown. Yeah, this shit was just completely raw, straight off the dome, just using my knowledge and showing you guys what worked for me and why it did, breaking that down very specifically. Because, you know, I studied this shit and this isn't luck. There's a reason why these videos went viral, and there's a reason why these videos performed. And I hope you now have a clearer understanding exactly why that is. And if you're new to content creation, the best advice I can give you is what I said at the start, right? Focus on getting the quantity out there, because a lot of people, well, what I did as well, I'm not sure if I already mentioned this, but trying to make every video perfect, I just got cut off by the camera. But a huge mistake that I made in the beginning was trying to make every video perfect, right? And it's just a waste of time, because in the beginning, you're not great. You're not going to be great at something straight away, you know? Especially content creation. There's people in the game that have been doing this shit for years, and I mean like years, man. And they have perfected it. They are great, right? But in the beginning, your videos are going to be shit. Like I showed you at the start, these videos, like I know I'm not playing the videos, but they're still there on my Instagram page. If you want to have a look, just scroll all the way down and you can see where I started. I started from absolute zero, man. And yeah, the biggest problem I had was trying to make every video I made perfect or the best it could be, which, look, it's not bad, but I was wasting time procrastinating instead of like just simply getting the volume out there, finding what works best for me, and then using that to make the next ones even better. But yeah, definitely do not make the same mistake that I did. But I hope you guys found that valuable. I had fun making this, just completely raw off the dome. And yeah, again, hopefully you guys can learn from this and implement it yourselves. I look forward to hearing your feedback and what you think about this. And I look forward to hearing that you guys have implemented this strategy as well. So with everything I've said too, you can replace what I've said in my specific niche, targeting the ICP that I'm targeting. You can replace that with your own and use the knowledge you've gained from this video to make your next few viral videos. So I hope this helps, especially if you're new to content creation or whatever it may be. Basically, just get the volume out there, pick up the phone, record it and post it. You know, no one is really going to see it in the beginning anyway, so don't be stressed out and, you know, scared of what people are going to think of what you're posting and whatever it may be, all of that, right? Just post the damn thing, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. That's one big piece of advice too. The first time is always going to be the hardest. That first video you make is no doubt the hardest one to make. I've probably spent like an hour making my first video, and it was like a 30-40 second reel, and I could barely even string a sentence together without having like cuts in the video. Your first videos are going to be shit. Just accept it and get it out there, and then try and make the next few better, right? That's the main thing. That's the most important thing that you need to do if you haven't started yet or if you're new to content creation. But anyway, I'm going to wrap that up here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good shit before you leave this video, because it takes about 2 seconds and it makes me very happy. So make sure to also comment any questions or concerns you have about this, and reach out to me on Instagram, which will be linked in my bio, if you have any further questions or you want extra guidance. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.